Hi, guys. Happy Monday. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for showing up. We have another Monday night training for tonight. For those of you guys that don't know me, my name is Brittany Ramirez. I'm a holistic hydration coach and digital entrepreneur, and I am training on the topic of leadership tonight, which is so powerful and extremely valuable. So I'm really excited to share this topic with you guys tonight. This is being recorded and will be posted to YouTube for the replay later on so that you can get that link and share that out to your teams and your friends that you want to check out the topic of leadership. So this is a part 1 series of many series, as I will be kind of teaching from the book that I absolutely love. I'm rereading it again, The 5 Levels of Leadership by John C. Maxwell. So I'm going to actually go ahead and share my screen here with you guys. All right, there we go. All right, you guys. So tonight, like I said, the topic is leadership, the 5 levels of leadership. Speaking directly from my learnings and my notes from the book, The 5 Levels of Leadership by John C. Maxwell. You guys, and again, my name is Brittany Ramirez, so thank you guys for being here. You guys, so what is leadership? Okay, what is leadership? Leadership, you guys, by definition, is the action of leading a group of people or an organization, okay? Leadership is the art of motivating a group of people to act towards achieving a common goal. In a business, this can mean directing workers and colleagues with a strategy to meet the company's needs, okay? And a leader, what's a leader? You guys, a leader is the person who leads or commands a group, organization, or country. Okay, and as you guys are popping on, just go ahead and mute yourselves. I really appreciate that. But you guys, listen to this. True leadership is not about position. It's not about your rank in the company. It's not about, your job title at your job. True leadership is not about position. Okay, so just because someone's at the very top of the company doesn't necessarily mean that they are leading or that they are a leader. Okay, in fact, there are so many people that I know that are at some lower ranks in the business that are incredible leaders. Okay, so leadership is not defined by your position in your company. Leadership is about influence. Okay, leadership is about influence, you guys. So the insights of the 5 levels of leadership. You guys, again, I'm referring to my notes and my findings from The 5 Levels of Leadership by John C. Maxwell. Incredible read, you guys, and I'm rereading it, and that's why this is going to be a several part series training. So just stay tuned for the rest of it. But you guys, the insights to the 5 levels of leadership. Okay, there are 5 levels to leadership. Now, you can move up a level, but you're never going to leave that previous level behind. So you're always going to keep increasing, but you are not on the same level with every person. And I will get into what the levels are in just a second, but these are kind of like some ground rules, some foundation. The higher you go, okay, up the leadership ladder, the easier it is to lead. The higher you go, the more time and commitment is required to win and move up those other levels, okay? Moving up happens slowly, but going back down can happen like that. Okay, all that hard work that you put in, it really can it can be taken from you in the split of a second. Okay, so you work really hard to keep going and growing in leadership, and that is, it takes time. It takes time because you have to develop yourself into that leader. But you guys, in the split of a second, you can go back down really quickly, okay, if you're not consistent and committed. So the higher you go, the greater the return, okay? The higher you go in leadership and the more you grow and the more you work on yourself, the greater the return for you, for your team, for your family, for your people in your life, okay, for the lives you're impacting. Now, moving up requires growth. You simply cannot move forward without growing, okay? You can't just sit still and not have it take any action. You really have to put in the action. You have to grow. You have to challenge yourself in order to move up in leadership. Okay. So not climbing levels, you guys, listen to this, is very powerful. Not climbing levels limits you and it limits your people. Wow. You guys, I'll say that again. Not climbing levels limits you and it limits your people. Okay, so I know it might seem scary to keep growing up the ladder of leadership. It might be challenging to, overcome some obstacles in this game of leadership. But if you don't take those steps, you're limiting yourself and you're actually limiting your people around you, your teammates, your prospects, your potential, candidates in the business or at work. Okay, so when you start hitting those different ranks, when you start climbing those new levels of leadership, you will no longer limit you or the people around you. Okay, it really does take stepping out of your comfort zone. It really does take, finding new creative ways to grow. Okay, and you cannot climb these levels alone. Simply, you cannot climb these levels alone. Okay, it takes a team. It takes teamwork. And we're going to get into this in just a sec, you guys. But look, people will respond to you based on the level of leadership you are on with them. Growing as a leader requires a combination of intentional growth and leadership experience. You guys, you are not on the same level of leadership with everybody around you. And we're going to get into that here shortly. You're going to be on different levels of leadership depending on the person that you're working with. Okay, so what are the 5 levels of leadership, you guys? The 5 levels of leadership, starting with the first one, which is the entry level. Okay, this is you're just starting in leadership. This is you. Okay, it's called the position level. Okay, people follow you because they have to. Okay, people follow you because they have to. You guys, the second level of leadership, as defined in the 5 levels of leadership, okay, is permission. People follow you because they want to, okay? Number 3, the third level of leadership is production. People follow you because of what you have done for the organization or the business, okay? Level 4 is people development. People follow you because of what you have done for them personally, okay? How you have impacted and shifted and touched their lives, okay? The 5th and final level of leadership, which is the ultimate ideal goal for every business owner, for every person that is, wants to achieve those high levels of leadership, it's the pinnacle, okay? The 5th level of leadership is pinnacle. People follow you because of who you are and what you represent. That's bold. Okay, that is so bold, you guys. So again, number 1, position. Number 2, permission. Number 3, production. Number 4, people development. And number 5, pinnacle. So I want you to think about this as we're going through this. You can even use this. There's a couple interactive slides where, if you want to grab a pen and a paper so that you can jot that down and just kind of see for yourself. Notice, what level are you at? Where are you currently and where do you really want to be, or where do you think you are? And maybe you need to evaluate that a little bit more to kind of reset in your business and reset in leadership. Okay, so again, you're going to be on different levels with everyone in your life, depending on how you're supporting them, how they're supporting you, how things are going in business, if there are results or if there are not results. And this is really the first place to start, is defining which level you are on the leadership ladder, okay? Now, let's get into a little bit more. You guys, I just love the topic of leadership. It's really, really phenomenal. Number 1, position, right? So the lowest level of leadership. If this is an entry level, when you're just getting started, you are in the position level of leadership. This is when, you guys, let me move this over real quick. You guys, this is when the only influence a positional leader has comes from their job title. This means the only reason someone really is listening to you, is taking orders from you, is because you're their boss or you're their manager, or, they're required to listen to you or they have to listen to you. This is the kind of positional level that relies on rules, regulations, policies, charts to control the people. Okay, it really is not the most ideal level of leadership. And you can kind of hear why. Their people here will usually only do what is required of them, nothing more. No initiative. It's just bare minimum. Okay. Position level leadership is a poor substitute for influence. Okay. So again, as I'm going through these, you're going to listen. You might hear yourself in some of these, and you might be challenged to reset and kind of get back to square one and see like, where am I at? Like, what do I need to do? What actions do I need to take to get to where I want to be in leadership? Okay. Permission, you guys, number 2, permission. So the permission level of leadership is based entirely on relationships, okay? So you've now promoted yourself from position to permission. And remember, you don't let go of position, you just keep moving up in leadership. So now that you're into the permission phase, you still have that position, you're just getting better, okay? So again, permission, this is the level based on relationships, relationship building, making friends, building networks, you guys. When you like people, listen to this, so powerful. When you like people and treat them like individuals who have value, you begin to develop influence with them. You develop trust, get to know your people, and figure out how to get along with them, okay? Leaders find out who their people are, okay? Build solid, long-lasting relationships. You can like people without leading them, okay? But you cannot lead people well without liking them. I'll say that again. You can like people without leading them, but you cannot lead people without liking them. Okay. So I encourage you right here, like this is where it's important to build friendships, represent yourself, and really build value for people, you know, being there for people. You guys, the 3rd level is production. Okay. Good leaders don't just create a pleasant working environment. They get things done. Okay, this is all about the results. This level is actually solely based on getting and achieving results. The work gets done, leaders gain the influence and credibility, you guys, and people begin to follow these leaders simply because of what they have done for the business, okay? Leading becomes very fun on this level. Success and productivity have also been known to solve a lot of problems, okay? And if you are in business, the point really of being in business is to solve problems. You have a solution for somebody, right? Like, and I know in my business, we serve a lot of different solutions to people with a lot of problems, from bad hydration to poor health, to lack of energy, okay, to lack in finances, lack in mental stability. Like people, we really have, especially on our team, in our business, we have a lot of problems we're solving. So now think of it. Now you've moved from the position phase to the permission phase, and now you're in production. So not only are people really following you for what you've done for, the organization and getting the work done and achieving the results, but they really like you. You are creating relationships with people who really want to be there because they get you. Okay. So number 4 is people development, which I love. I am a fan of developing leaders. I love teaching people, and I love, passing on my knowledge because it's all free value and everybody deserves to grow. Okay. So you guys, leaders become great, not because of their power, but because, let me move this down so I can read it to you guys. You guys, leaders become great, not because of their power, but because of their ability to empower others. Okay, this is the level a leader uses their position, relationships, productivity to invest in their followers and develop them until those followers become leaders in their own right. I know that was a lot, but you guys, ultimately, leaders become great because of their ability to empower other people. So ask yourself, do you feel like you've been empowering other people? Are you at the stage in your business or your life where you are influencing others to take action on their business, their health, their mindset, whatever those goals are, and know that at this level of leadership, okay, we've already gone through the position, the permission, the production, the people development. When you can lead other people to develop, you're creating more leaders. They turn from a follower into a leader, okay? And that's the ultimate goal, is to be able to duplicate, okay? So you guys, the result is reproduction, okay? Level 4 leaders, if you're a level 4 leader in people development, you know, not only do you have the position, the permission, the production skills of leadership, now you have that people development phase where you're allowing other people in your circle to duplicate themselves, to reproduce. You're like launching little mini-me's out there that are just like you, because you guys, teamwork has to be a priority on this level. Like, you really cannot be a level 4 leader without, you know, leading others and putting in that teamwork and investing in them. Okay, a high investment in people deepens the relationship and the loyalty. Okay, the more you put in, the more you're going to get out. Okay, energy attracts energy. You really want to be able to, you know, invest in your people. And these leaders, these are the leaders that change the lives of the people they lead. Okay, when someone tells you, oh my God, like, you've changed my life, like, you have shifted and altered everything in my life, like, you're leading that person. You are their leader. Okay, and they're relying on you to keep moving forward. Okay, like I said here, where was that? Sorry, it was perfectly said. I'll find it here in just a second. But you guys, the ultimate, you guys, when you can change lives of the people that you lead, people will follow these leaders for what they have done for them personally, for them being able to touch your life, okay, for them to be able to change and impact your health, or just be there for you on a whole nother level, not just business, but personal, okay? And you guys, the ultimate level of leadership is pinnacle, the highest and most difficult level of leadership, you guys. So requires 1 through 4 levels. 1 through 4 only require effort, skill, and being intentional. You guys, level 5 requires all of that plus talent, okay? Imagine, like, you keep going. Remember, you don't let go of all of the previous levels. You just keep growing. But if you're not consistent, it's easy to fall back down and start all over. Okay, so you guys, the highest and most difficult level of leadership is the pinnacle level of leadership. Okay, and that is the ultimate goal. It does require you to have some talent, to build those skills, to be open and willing to be coachable, to learn the skills of business, to learn the skills of being a leader. Okay, again, the levels of leadership, there are 5 already: position, permission, production, people development, and pinnacle. Okay, so only natural gifted leaders ever make it to this highest level. In fact, most people quit before they get here, and that's why they're not successful. Okay, it does take a level of belief in yourself as well to get you here. Okay, so level 5 pinnacle leaders often develop level 4 leaders. Actually, that's kind of the whole point, is once you're at the pinnacle level, you are now creating people developers. Okay, now developing followers to lead on their own is difficult. You guys, it's really hard. It is, okay? But when you develop those leaders, it's very different from leading those followers. This takes another level of commitment in business and in leadership. And you guys, level 5 leaders also develop level 5 organizations. So it really is like, how big is your vision? How big do you want to grow in your business or in your life or at work? How much do you want to grow? You're going to have to grow your mindset and your skill set and your leadership at the same time. Okay. You know, if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. If it was easy, everybody would be a leader. And if it was easy, everybody would be successful. Okay. So, you know, nothing worthwhile happens overnight. You really got to put in the work. You really have to develop yourself as a leader and know that to be successful in any business, leadership has to be like priority. Between leadership and teamwork, being committed, being loyal to, you know, understanding that you're not just in one of these levels. You're first in one of these levels on your own. Then you have the people that are following you and the relationships you have with them and where you're at with them. Okay, because remember, I said it before, you're in a different stage of leadership with everybody in your life. Okay, that's why some people follow you, some people will listen to you, some people respect you only for your job title, some people, you know, follow you only for what you've done for them or what you've done for the business. Like everybody's different. Okay, that's why everybody needs to be approached differently, you guys. So again, developing leaders is very different from leading those followers. Level 5 leaders also develop those bigger organizations, okay? They create opportunities that others do not, okay? Simply thinking outside the box, being creative, challenging your team, challenging yourself, you know, for your team to get out of their comfort zones, all right? And for you to get out of your comfort zone too as a leader, really just step up, because look, people around you in your life are waiting for you to take action and step up, okay? And trust me, they're watching, okay? So the level 5 pinnacle leaders, they create legacy in what they do, okay? People follow them because of who they are and what they represent. So think of that, like, who am I? What do I represent? What are people seeing on the other side of the screen, right? What are people viewing as me, as myself? What do I represent? Now that's really important and that's powerful, because that's going to determine whether or not you are influencing people. Okay. So you guys, your values are huge. Okay. This is a really good workout here too. You guys, if you want, feel free to participate and answer these questions as we go through this training. Certainly grab a pen and a paper and interact. You know, and if you want to share at the end, that would be fantastic, but you don't have to. But you guys, your values are the soul of your leadership. Your personal values, okay? Your success values, your relationship values, your ethical values. You guys, your values are the soul of your leadership and they drive your behavior, okay? So your behavior, your results, all the things, you guys. Now, think of it this way, okay? As your ethical value. Ask yourself, what does it mean to do the right thing for the right person? Okay, and everyone's response is going to be different here. You know, you want to be able to, sorry, it looks like someone else is trying to jump on. You guys, as you jump on, just please mute yourselves. I greatly appreciate that. But you guys, ethical values. So question, what does it mean to do the right thing for the right person? Okay, relational values, you guys. How do you build an environment of trust and respect with other people? And this is you personally. Like, how do you do that? Because we all do that differently, you know. And success values, what goals are worth spending your life on? Ask yourself that, like, what goals are worth spending my life on? Like, you get one life, okay? Now reflect on your values. You guys, once you commit to living your values, you'll be on your way to developing integrity that makes you attracted to team members and makes them want to follow your leadership, okay? Which is super, super powerful. Now, it's time to go to the next level. I mean, wouldn't you agree? It's time to go to the next level in life, in business, in leadership, you guys. And you might just be at the bottom right now. Be okay with that, but like, know that, like, notice it, and then just make out your plan and take action. You don't want to just stay stuck there, because then nothing is going to happen. Nothing's going to be created there. Okay. And you have a say in what gets created in your life and in your business. If you're not producing, or if you're not, you know, creating new connections or whatever, you know, you're lacking, you're creating that. You're the only one that limits you. Okay. So you guys, you may want to first consider, what level am I on with most of my people? Okay. Remember, we went through those 5 levels. Which level are you on? Okay. Understanding what level you are on with each person will determine how you lead them. You cannot lead every person the same way. You simply cannot, because you're not on the same level with all of them. Okay, and I hope this is making sense for you guys. I know it might be a new concept for you. I'm pulling, like, these are leadership levels, okay, from the 5 levels of leadership, John C. Maxwell, you guys. And again, feel free to participate and answer the questions as we go through the training. Write them down and just notice for yourself, like, dang, like, that's why this isn't not happening, or that's why this isn't moving forward, or that's where I'm stuck. Okay, you might think that you are being such a great leader, and you might want to take a step back and reevaluate yourself and see, like, you know, what do I need to work on? Okay. And it's okay to get there with yourself, to be humble, just be open and coachable so that you can move your roadblocks out of the way and you can keep moving forward. Okay. So Like I said, understanding what level you are on is going to help you determine how you lead the other people. Every person is different and you are not on the same level of leadership with every person. So just evaluate yourself and start to get to develop it, okay? Effective leaders interact with followers based on where they are at with that follower, where the follower perceives the leader to be, and where the followers are in their own leadership development. It's all different, but it all is going to depend on these three things. Okay, now if you really like understand these three concepts with every person, even if you just took your top 5 to 10 people that you are surrounded with, or your distributors or your new team members, let's say you have new team members, but you're also very new to leadership. You are at a position level and now they're at a position level. And so it is going to take work to get there. Okay. You just have to be willing and committed and loyal, okay, to your goals, to their goals, to the business, and to your leadership development. Okay. So you guys, again, it is time to go to the next level. I know for me personally, for a lot of you guys on here, for those of you going to catch the replay, like it's time to go to the next level. We have 6 months left of this year, which is insane. So if there's any time that's great, it's now, okay, to take action and go all in and just hit that reset button and get refreshed, build and build and build upon your leadership skills. You could be a whole nother leader in 6 months than you are today. Okay, so think about how you define leadership, you guys. Everybody defines it very differently, but think about how you define leadership. Take into consideration the kind of habits and systems you will practice consistently. Okay, what are those going to look like for you? Number 1, what will you do to organize yourself? What will you do? Number 2, what will you do every day when you choose to show up? When you choose to go into work, when you choose to clock into your entrepreneur business at home, when you choose to post on social media, whatever you're choosing to do every day when you show up, what does that look like? Okay. Number 3, what spiritual practices will you maintain to keep yourself on track? This is huge and it's different for everybody again, but what practices will you maintain to keep yourself on track? Okay. Number 4, how will you treat people? How will you treat people? Now, if you're in network marketing, direct sales, online marketing, social selling, you guys, this is the relationship business. This is like the marketing business. This is the network building business. This is the friends making business. You kind of need to want to treat people great. You kind of want to build relationships, okay? It's really important that you see that you will have to step out of your comfort zone and realize, like, how am I treating people? How am I responding to people? How am I leading? Okay. Now, you guys, I think this is so incredibly valuable. An invitation to lead people is an invitation to make a difference. Okay. And when you are not moving up in leadership, when you are just doing the bare minimum, you're at the position level, you're just doing enough to get by, you are, you're taking that away from someone out there. Okay. You really are. You have what it takes to make a difference in the lives of other people. But when you're not inviting other people and when you're not enrolling them in what you've got going on in life or in business, you're really doing them a disservice, not only in leadership, but in life. Okay. So really consider that, like the people that, maybe you're not getting along with them, or the people that you get along with great, or the new people that you've just met and you don't know a lot about them, all the people, all kinds of people in your life, right? Just invite them to lead with you. Okay, because that invitation, it makes a world of a difference for them in their life, whether it's said or not, just know, okay? Now, you guys, leadership is accepting people where they are and then taking them somewhere. Okay, that is one of my favorite quotes by C.W. Perry. You guys, leadership is accepting people where they are and then taking them somewhere. All right, so powerful. I just want to thank you guys for being here tonight. I love this topic of leadership. I think that it's very powerful. It's also something that a lot of people don't study. It's something that, you know, doesn't get acknowledged, I think, as much as it should, because if everybody just raced to get that, to be that pinnacle leader, we would all be playing a whole nother game, right? So I want to thank you guys for coming out tonight and for, you know, just putting your personal development forward, for making that a priority, because, you know, you can't get there overnight. In fact, it takes time to reach the top of the level, leadership levels. Okay. It takes time. That is a slow journey. Now, what's really quick is when you move through that and you're not committed and you're not consistent, it's easy to fall back out of it. It's easy to just, it's quick when you just race back to the bottom. So I encourage you guys to just focus on your leadership. And of course, always work on personal development. It's so important. You know, I'm rereading this book, which is just a game changer. And if, like I said in the beginning, you know, this is going to be a several part series that I want to train on for leadership, because as I reread this, I will share my findings and my notes with you guys when I am hosting the trainings. And of course, if there's anybody that wants any one-on-one, just reach out to me personally. Otherwise, you guys, this does conclude tonight's training. I appreciate you guys and have a great night.